Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much. Today I am revealing my first ever budget box. So I did put a, what do they call it? Community post on YouTube, just in case anyone didn't have it, wasn't on my Instagram. And I've also put posts on Instagram about it. These boxes are going live on my website tonight, and yeah, I just thought we would do an unboxing. So let's get into it. So this is how you will receive your box. The theme is Cinderella Stories, and it's all about you as Cinderella going to the ball. So I have already tried to record this a couple of times, so that's why the tissue paper inside is ripped, but anyway, let's get on with it. So I've called the collection the Cashella collection. Quite self-explanatory. Cash stuffing, Cinderella, bang together. What do you get? Cashella. Just to say before I start, this isn't going to be a limited edition item. They're going on sale as a pre-order today, and then they will go on general sale in 2 weeks' time, with either stock that I have left or I will restock, depending on what happens. But yeah, let's get into it. So this is how you'll receive it. It says Cashella collection, and then it will say your name. You put your name in the purse. There should be like a box in checkout where you can like add notes. So you put your name in there, and then it says you shall go to the ball, open in the name of the king, an urgent message from his imperial majesty. So when we open it up, there's just like a little note here from me. You get a little invitation which says, His Royal Highness Prince Charming invites you to his household for a summer ball, July 21st, 2025 at 7:30 p.m. So yeah, this basically is just a little note that explains what the box is about. So it's about getting you ready for the ball and going to the ball. So it just says, welcome to the Cashella You Shall Go to the Ball challenge box. You are Cinderella and your challenges are: sing your dreams a wish your heart makes by saving the notes and completing the song. Help the mice make a dress for you by completing the board. Get ready for the ball. Pay your fairy godmother the fees you owe for her help. Find your missing glass slipper. Catch the carriage home before the clock strikes midnight. Do you wish to accept your challenges? If yes, the invitation to the ball shall be yours. Open the box and let the fun and the savings begin. So this is it. I am pleased with how it's turned out. I'm extremely anxious even recording this. So yeah, I'm sorry if this isn't, a very helpful video, but anyway. So the box contains 6 challenges. This first challenge is a dream is a wish your heart makes, and you roll a coloured dice and you've got savings cards, so you can save the amounts that I set, or you can save your own amounts, and I've done the cards so that you can write the amounts on there so you haven't got to try and remember. And you just roll your dice, and then say it's blue, you cross off a note and you save that amount, and you keep going until you've saved all the notes. So that is that one. This one is the glass slipper. So in this one, you've got your challenge board, or your challenge here, and what you do is you roll the dice, race to the end, whichever one finishes first, you then go across to this board and scratch off the one that it was. And if the shoe, the glass slipper, isn't behind there, then you come back to this board and roll and roll and roll again until you finish the second one, and then you scratch it off, and you keep going like that until you find the slipper. And you save per roll, and you also save per scratch. Again, you can choose your own amount, or you can use the amount that I've like chosen for you. So that's that one. And then the next one is, will you make your carriage? So it's basically heads or tails. You save the amount that you flip. It's such a big coin because it makes it easier to flip. So yeah, obviously you won't be able to use it in your dice towers, but it just, when I was testing different ones, I just found that these bigger ones were better because yeah, you can flip it really easily. So you flip it, save that amount, and then when you finish, you add up how many you've got of each one. And if you've crossed off more clocks than carriages, you missed your carriage and you have to pay £10 to get your taxi home. So that is that one. And then you get a completed challenges dashboard. I haven't put anything to do with this box on there, it's just completed challenges, and you get 12 and you've got 6, so it's like it's double-sided. So that is that one. And then you get a believe in yourself dashboard, and it says Cinderella confidently attends the royal ball despite her lowly status. Her self-belief attracts the prince's attention, highlighting the importance of recognising one's worth. But also, I think one of the reasons I picked this, like, believe in yourself, is because we often are quite hard on ourselves. So I just thought it was a nice little reminder for us. The next one is fairy godmother fees. So this is quite simple. Literally, you pay the fees you owe your fairy godmother for her help. Your stepsisters ripped your dress up, but the fairy godmother has given you a new one. So you just save the amounts and cross them off. Again, you can change the amounts if you want. If you don't change the amounts, it saves 30. So that's that one. And then we've got get dressed for the ball. And with this one, you roll a 6-sided dice and you just work your way down the board. So you wouldn't like roll one week and then one the next. You literally roll the dice and say it was like 2. Okay, 2. You can cross it off if you want so you know where you're at. Roll the dice again. Oh, it was 4. Roll the dice again. Oh, it was 3. And you work your way down. So like say the next one was 6 and then 5 and then 2. And you work your way down to the bottom, and then you've put on your shoes. Don't know if you can see that. Little shoes. You've put on your shoes, so you cross it off, and you keep doing that until you've crossed them all off. and then you're ready for the ball. But you're not finished until you have crossed them all off. And you can do this, you can play it out, use all of these challenges however you wish, and whatever fits your budget. But the idea is you're not ready for the ball until all of them are crossed off, which would save you £50, I think, 30, £60. It will save 60 if you cross all of them off once. And again, if you wanted to, you could change the amounts on that. If you wanted it bigger or smaller. This this is the last one. What's happened to that insert? And this is, hey, we can do it. So, I said earlier, the Horrible Stepsisters wrecked your dress. This is making your dress. So you get a pack of cards, and you've got enough cards for each one on the board. So you pick a card, cross it off, and save the amount on the card. So I'll just show you quickly if I can find. So there's some of them are different amounts. So like that tape one is pay 3, and that tape one is pay 2. Once you've picked a card, you pull it out of the pile and put it in like a discard pile. But you also have this card that stays in your pile to be pulled, and it says, oh no, you dropped a stitch, pay double on your next card. So I don't know. Right, we pick tape for 2, so we pay 2, and then pick pins and we pay 3, and then obviously you're not going to just put that on top, but just as an example. Oh no, I've dropped my stitch. And then that one, instead of paying 3, I'd pay 6. So that is how that works. Obviously it's going to save all different amounts. Like you could end up saving a huge amount because you could end up dropping your stitch every time you pull a card, or you could end up saving a smaller amount with it. But yeah, so that's that one. And then you get this little glass slipper, which I thought was so cute. So this is it. And there is a little note in here to show you. Basically, you can flip this that way and use this bit to do your scratch off. So yeah, just be careful because obviously they're only plastic, so they could break. But yeah, so that is that cute little slipper. And then you get this little box for your dice. To put your dice in. I did test it and I don't think these cards fit. No, they don't. But yeah, just to keep your dice in. Just thought, you know, it's cute. And if you get the if you buy the binder version, you get a glitter binder. So yeah, so that is the box. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments. And like I said, they go live tonight on my website. I will include a link to my website in the description. The reason I've done it through a website is because I would have had to charge more than, I mean, what I'm charging now is still more than what I originally wanted to charge, but I just can't bring the price any lower. And if I'd have done it through Etsy, I'd have had to add on so much more because the fees, and I just really didn't want to. So yeah, so it is from a website. Going forward, my website will stock all my physical stuff and Etsy will just be for digitals. And yeah, that's how it's gonna be going forward. There is going to be a huge complete restock on the website. Most of my old stuff that was on Etsy, the stuff that I don't upload to the website, will be available as digital downloads. There's new digital download things on Etsy as well. And yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, there is going to be a big restock coming, but it'll probably be very end of August, beginning of September now. But yeah, I'll put all that on Instagram anyway. So I'm just going to quickly put this binder together and then we can do a quick flick through. So I'll just give you a really quick flick through. Also, just to say, as standard, they'll come with the envelopes I've just shown you, the gloss ones, gloss and glitter. If you don't want the gloss envelopes, if you just want the standard matte ones, not really matte, but like these ones, just your standard ones, I can swap them out. Just leave a note on the order. The only thing I will say is I'm not gonna like mix them about, so it's either you have them like this with the glitter and the gloss, or they all come like this. Yeah, but anyway, I really hope you like it, and I will be back with Cashstuff videos soon. Until then, have a good weekend, a good rest of your month, and I'll chat to you all soon. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.